Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Soren Kierkegaard, a Danish philosopher, theologian, and author, who is widely considered to be the first existentialist philosopher, said this back in the 1800s. The quote has always resonated with me and is why I used it in the foreword of my new novel, The Blind Effect. I find the quote sums up the book tidily. The simple wisdom Kierkegaard offers is universal. The same is true for The Blind Effect. It is a story about lives serendipitously coming together to solve the meaning behind an event, and in turn, offering purpose to those lives. I'd like to read the foreword of the book to you today to give you a better understanding of where the blind effect will take you. The statistics are still out on meeting someone who's had a blind effect on your life. A blind effect describes the emotional response upon learning of your action or inaction on a person, place, thing, or event. Imagine a time in your life when offered the gift of knowing, and in knowing, realizing that no act goes undetected, and that no life is wasted. It's not surprising to think everyone has a number of these misplaced acts in their story. When we offer our assistance to a needy party, we know it will affect that party positively. When we insult someone, we know the effect will cause sadness. There is a conscious stamp we put on an act that we are aware of, and often we will experience the impact of that act immediately. So, what of the impacts of our actions that go without notice? Do these too register influence? So how did I arrive at the blind effect? As it happens, one of the characters in the novel explained the process, and she did it so succinctly, I was honestly gobsmacked. I knew as soon as the phrase entered my awareness that this was the title of the book. It summed it up perfectly. Thank you to my peers. Your suggestions and corrections are always welcome. Deciding whether to go forward with the title alone was a complex grammatical equation that I'm happy we satisfied in lengthy threads on social media as poetic license. Thanks again to you, the reader. That an indie author can find an audience is inspiring, but what's more so is that indie readers are out there mingling with conventional readers and consuming books like this. Always grateful for you. So there you go, a little history into the process behind the title and the meaning therein. I'll have more reviews to read you next time, and I'm happy to say they're all good reviews rolling in so far. So thanks for listening, and happy reading. The statistics are out. The statistics are out. The statistics are still out on meeting. The statistics are still out. The statistics are still out on meeting. The statistics are still out on meeting someone who's had a blind effect. The statistics